Catching yourself after the game that this wasn't a dream?
You know, it took until I got in the locker room and we did the fight song that it really kind of sank in. It just kind of feels like a haze. You know, I know tomorrow I'll be able to tell you every single play I ran and every single throw I had and every mistake I made. But right now I'm just kind of on cloud nine and enjoying the moment.
So what's the initial reaction when Brett comes off the field and they tap and say, "You're in"?
You know, you're just kind of ready for it. You know, I mean, obviously there's some nerves, but it's your job as a backup quarterback to go in and take control and, you know, lead your team to victory. And, you know, I had the good fortune of doing that today. And so I'm so proud of my team. You know, without those guys blocking up front for those runs, I don't think we would have been in the situation we're in. And, you know, everyone played so good. The defense played unbelievable in the second half for me. And, you know, I'm just so happy to be in the position I am right now.
What kind of was going through your guys' mind and talked about on the sidelines after the Jordan fumble and you guys were waiting for another chance?
You know, we didn't blink. You know, that's the great thing about this team. We faced a lot of adversity, especially in these first three games, you know, more than probably we would have liked, but, you know, we can handle anything. And as soon as that fumble happened, we knew we were going to get the ball back right away, and, you know, we knew we were going to go down and score. There was never a doubt in any of our guys' minds.
So you didn't get to celebrate that, though, did you?
I mean, I don't know. All I want to do is go hug all my teammates.
Right,
that's the only celebration
you had to run down and hold for the extra point. You didn't get to.
For the first time, I actually went up and gave somebody a handshake before I went and held, and that's the first time I've done that. But I think Coach will forgive me.
Call home yet?
I haven't. I just talked to my dad right now. I think he got a second from the studio to talk to him, and he just kind of told me, "Hey, I did it. You did it. It's kind of a Neuheisel thing." So you know, I'm just blessed to be where I am.
How helpful was it for you when you stepped out there to step in behind an offensive line that was as good as you all have, especially with an experienced center like Jake Brendel,
you know,
snapping the ball to you?
There were multiple times where I would go up to him, hey, what do you think right here? And he'd tell me what play, and I'd go relay it to the sidelines. And, you know, I would say most of the run game, he was there, you know, driving that bus for us. And I can't thank those guys enough for protecting me up there. And I know we had a few issues in the first half, but second half, I was just the guy in control, and we went on, and then the rest is history.
Did you guys try to do a little more as the game progressed? Was it more a little safe and sane at first?
Well, the game plan pretty much stayed the same. You know, I know we kept sticking with the run a little bit just because we were getting so many yards. I know it doesn't look big, and it's not a big explosive play, but 4 or 5 yards in a run game is churning it up, and it's kind of like a body shot when you're a boxer. I said that because the Maidana Mayweather fights tonight, so I'm trying to plug that in real quick. But you know, it just kind of takes their wind out. So, you know, I was more than comfortable handing the ball off, and we had Paul Perkins and Jordan James and Nate back there just killing it.
What kind of words of wisdom did you get from Brett after he went out?
He just said, "Smile, have fun." You know, me and Brett have been friends for a while. You know, we talk to each other all the time on the sideline. So for him to be there and try to calm me down and, you know, help me with my own nerves, it was invaluable.
Can you talk about that score to Jordan Payton? Take us through that play and your throw and all that?
Well, it was a double move. It was a double move, and I looked over, and I know I had a single coverage, so I knew I was going to it the whole time. And I looked over, saw the cornerback's eyes, and as soon as I saw his eyes, I go, "Oh my God, this actually might work." Threw it up, and then the rest is history. We ran a great route, came down with the ball, and you know, we can always trust JP for that. But you know, any guy who was in that situation would have done the same. And you know, it's kind of a great thing about our team. You know, next man up, whoever's ready to go can go. And you know, I love being a Bruin, and I know all my teammates love being a Bruin.
You guys hadn't thrown it down the field all that much before that play. For you, was that kind of a moment where you're like, I can finally air it out. I can show something off in this play.
Well, it wasn't about showing off. It was more about let's get a touchdown. Yeah. Let's get a victory here. But you know, I would say that we didn't really go downfield much, just because they were basically playing a catch technique. So they were trying to catch us at about 6 yards and then ride them down the field. So it was hard to kind of get down the field with them, especially in the first half when we were going downfield. We had a couple issues with protection, but those got settled in the second half. And you know, the guys up front played great for me, and you know, the plan worked perfectly, and you know, the results speak for itself.
What about this? Has to be like a Halloween script. I mean, you know, coming back like that, they had the momentum. You guys were able to regain it in a game-winning drive. Do you kind of dream about this kind of scenario when you're growing up?
Yeah, I mean, they don't ride them much better than that. I promise you. I was actually born at UCLA, and then I went to a Rose Bowl in 2001 with the Washington Huskies. And I always knew that the Rose Bowl was where I wanted to play, and I wanted to go to UCLA. So for me to be in a position I was tonight to take my team to victory and you know, just be a part of this UCLA football team, that meant the world to me.
And you did it in Jerry World.
The irony, yeah.
Does being a coach's kid make it easier to step in the way you did, you think?
I think being a coach's kid prepares you for anything that's going to happen. You know, you've been around it all. I've seen it all. I mean, I remember when we were at Washington, where there was about 9 games in a row where we came back and kicked a last-minute field goal to win. And if that took about a couple of years off my mom's life, but I know you just kind of get prepared for any situation that's going to be thrown at you, and especially my dad being a backup quarterback and being around the game my whole life. It's kind of ingrained in me about stepping into that situation and being able to take control.
Did you ever think about leaving? I mean, when your dad left?
Never a doubt in my mind. You know, as much as everyone thinks I came to UCLA just for my dad, I mean, that was obviously part of it. You know, me and my dad have a great relationship, but it's the guys on the team. And there's something about wearing the blue and gold that means the absolute world to me. You know, I wanted to be in the Rose Bowl and play, and I had the opportunity to do that last year, and now this is my next dream come true. So it means the world to me to be a Bruin. As my dad used to say, it's a great day to be alive and be a Bruin. Can't mean it more than I do today.
What was that moment like when those guys picked you up on their shoulders at the end?
I was shocked because it kind of makes me look like I wasn't ready to go, like it was some miracle. I was like, no, guys, I had this under control. We knew what was going to happen, but it meant the world that all those guys, you know, believed in me as much as they did, and then celebrated with me the way they did. And, you know, I love this team, and it means the world to me that I got a chance to, you know, help my team out in a situation like we had today, and you know, lead us to victory.
You said in the locker room that this was like a dream come true. I mean, for you, more than anybody, even Hundley or any of those guys, this would be what you did in your backyard.
Oh yeah, I've dreamed about this situation for my entire life, but the one thing about doing it is you always want to do it again. So now I'm just kind of itching to get my next shot at going to play, and you know, we're on to the next one. We're going to celebrate this one for the next 24 hours, and then we'll be on and preparing for ASU.
Once the defense gets a big 3 now in the end of the game.
Oh, those guys came up to me and said they had my back at halftime. You know, EK came up, patted my chest, said, hey, we got you. And I knew no matter what, we were going to win that game. I kind of looked in all of our guys' eyes, and I knew with the line we had up front, talent we got on offense, and all those guys on defense flying around and building the ball, that there was really nothing that was going to stop us today. And it's cool the way it happened, but it doesn't come as a surprise to me.
Jerry, where is this team right now through the first